Hello, good evening, everybody, or good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you are. Hello, beautiful people, how are you doing? Obi Ojimadu here once more, live on Relationships 101 Live. I hope you're all doing good. Well, as you can see, today's topic is titled Domestic Violence. An epidemic. Yeah, domestic violence, an epidemic. In fact, I would rather call it domestic stroke dating violence, an epidemic, because if we are just talking about domestic, people will think it all has to do with husband and wife only. But believe me, it happens even when people are dating or seeing each other or whatever they call it. So it's an epidemic, and I believe, I sure believe that this is something we need to talk about, okay? Let me say welcome to Sister Omonike, Favor Omana, brother, you're welcome. And Oluwatoyi, you're welcome too. Blessings to you. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Right, Anojo, hello. Good to see you, brother. I hope you're all doing fine. Yeah, like I said, this topic, it affects everybody. It's important for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're married or not married. You need to watch out for this, okay? And even not long ago, my wife and I visited the city of Ternopil, where we met, where we were invited to by the students. It's a students' church, and during the Q&A session, somebody asked that he or she has a friend, a lady, who's dating some guy, and she's already facing abuse, physical abuse. And the question was like, what should she do? And I was like, is she still there? Not to talk of asking what to do. They are still like dating or whatever they call it. Oh, wow. Well, let's see who else is here. Pastor Chris, good evening. Larissa, good evening. And Nojo, greetings to you too. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Queen Nkiru is out of town. She's on her way home actually right now. Okay, so domestic stroke dating violence. I would call this, what is it? People go like, what does it mean? But let me put it in a short form. Hello, Pastor Destiny, welcome. I'm sure you had a blast today. Right, domestic stroke dating violence. This is like a pattern of, controlling behaviors that one partner, it doesn't matter who, the man or the woman, uses to get power or dominance on the other. And this kind of violence and this kind of pattern, can be physical violence or threat, physical violence to get control. It could be emotional or even mental abuse. And unfortunately, it can as well get into sexual abuse. Yes. Let me welcome Chinwan and Abba. Oh, Auntie Cecilia, welcome. Welcome everybody. So, like I'm saying, this is a kind of behavioral pattern of controlling your partner. It doesn't matter whether it's the wife against the husband or the lady against the fiance or the other way around. It doesn't matter. I repeat, like I said at the beginning, this is an epidemic. No matter the kind of statistics you look at, it is horrible. The figures are just terrible, unbelievable. Welcome, Chisandra. Okay, let me run down some little statistic that I went through a few days ago, and it's saying that, let me say in the US, that every 9 seconds a woman is beaten or abused, and in general, 85% of domestic violence victims are women. This is terrible. It is terrible. And worldwide, okay, 1 in every 3 women and 1 in every 4 men have been victims of domestic stroke dating violence in their lifetime. So you see that the figures are very, very staggering. It's very, very high. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men worldwide have been victims of domestic stroke dating violence in their lifetime. It is terrible. And unfortunately, the society often closes, we all close our eyes to it. For many reasons. And most of these cases are not even reported for many reasons as well. Because the society doesn't accept it, or they will not believe it, or they will go like, oh, you are wrong. Just like rape. Just like rape, which will be a topic we'll face another day. Somebody will go like, oh, it's your fault. People can laugh at you. A stigma is attached to it, unfortunately. And in many cases, most of these partners still go back to the relationship. Well, no problem. But then they still face the same issues as the relationship or the marriage continues. It is terrible. And let me tell you one thing else. Researchers are still saying it, that there's no particular trait or a stereotype violent partner. Okay? It doesn't depend on your occupation or your income level or your environment. It doesn't depend on race. It doesn't matter you're white or black, you're Latin American, it doesn't matter who you are. The statistics are staggering. It happens everywhere, every time. And the result from this is just terrible. Let me give you some another information. Okay, the number of US troops that got killed in Afghanistan and Iraq is about 6,000. But the number of women in that same period that got killed as a result of domestic violence in the US is over 11,000. Talking about twice that number. So I want you to let these figures kind of sink in. Let them sink. We need to understand how serious these things are. Okay? And another heartbreaking, I would say moment here is like, it is estimated that over 10 million children are exposed to domestic violence. 10 million children. And the horrible thing is this. What do we expect from these kids in the future? It is terrible. Again, statistics show that any child who grew up, in a household that's faced or that is facing domestic violence, that has about 300 to 400% chances of being violent as well. This is very serious. And like I mentioned earlier, it's unfortunate that the society has kind of closed its eyes on this. In many places, a woman is not even allowed to complain that your husband beat you. Don't even mention it to anybody. The customs or the traditions don't even allow you to go complain to anybody. This is serious. So, personally, I don't believe that if violence has now become, in domestic violence or dating violence has become a kind of, behavioral trait, then the other partner should not be in that relationship. Basic. No matter what you call it. You might get yourself killed there. Let's even start from that. And let's talk of, again, the children that are facing and that are witnesses to this. It's like their future is already being buried. In some cases, some of the children who, by God's grace, maybe after witnessing domestic violence or growing up in such a home, when they grow up, they rather understand how it should not be. But the majority of them take it as a way of life. That's how it should be. It is normal. You have to yell, you have to scream, you have to hit, you have to break. Because that is how it should be. It is a very dangerous, a very, very dangerous situation. Let me welcome Sister Ufoma. You're welcome. What do we have here? Oh, gift blessing. You're welcome. Sister Stella. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, please, I would like to make a comment, share this video. I believe that this can help save somebody's life somewhere. We need to talk about this. And I don't think that, especially the women who face such violence, I don't believe that they should keep quiet. They should not. These kind of things and acts must be reported. Must be reported. Okay, there's a comment here. Sister Monica is saying that some people will say, oh, stay there and pray for the man. Because they claim that the man can change. If you've married and the man can do that, like I said, it's not like a one-off thing which is too terrible and it becomes a kind of pattern, then please, something has to be done. It is lack of control. You are being dehumanized. You're no more a partner. Yeah, for better, for worse. But this is not what it's for. This is not what this means, that for worse. This is not what we're talking about when you say for better, for worse. For worse, it's not about, accepting abuse. It's not what it's all about. It's rather when the other partner is weak, when things are bad, beyond your control, things that don't depend on you. This is where we're talking about for better, for worse. But please, when physical abuse becomes something concrete, a pattern, is for better or for wrong. Yes, I don't know if I said that. For better, for wrong. That's what it's all about. Let me still welcome T.Y. Moore. You're welcome. The IK. You're welcome. All right, who else do we have here? Anne-Marie. You're welcome. So that's it. That's it. Pastor Chris is saying, don't stay there. Save your life. Yes, you're talking about saving your life right now. You're no more about any other thing. And for the sake of those children who are witnessing all these things, it's like at that tender age, they already get, their psychology is already distorted, already destroyed. It is very wrong. It is very wrong. And if the kids are not there, maybe that's the reason you should run early as possible, so that you will not stay there. Oh, I'm there because of the kids. And like I mentioned earlier, please, let's not think that it's always about the man beating the woman. Oh no. Like I mentioned earlier, 1 in 4 men worldwide also face this. Now, a lot of things can cause all these domestic violence, especially when it gets physical. Like I said, maybe the man, the person or that individual, for better or for wrong, yeah, maybe that individual grew up in such a home and now took it as something normal. Or this person has some kind of anger issue, cannot control himself. That's why you should know whom you're going to marry before you say I do. At least know what the person is all about. What does he or she breathe? Go behind there. That's why you ask questions. The tradition still maintains it today. Before you marry, you go and ask questions. Ask the neighbors. Ask the whole village. Ask about the family. If that child is growing up, or your fiancé or fiancé is growing up in such a home, then you have to be careful. That's an alarm. You have to be careful. Like I said, that's an alarm. Okay? You don't have to stay there. That is my own stand. You stay there, you might get killed. But if the partner is willing to help him or herself, go for counseling and things like that, fine. Maybe it's worth working on. But like I said, if it becomes a pattern, then it becomes very, very dangerous. Okay, who do we have here? Okay, Sister MJ, you're welcome. You're welcome. Sister Chiwan Anaba. Sister Oriyomi, That's right. Monica is saying, especially in Nigeria, I've seen a lady that was killed. She never told anyone until the man threw her down the balcony and she died instantly. Sad story, of course. That's what happens. Okay? Sister Chinwa is saying that some men are victims of, domestic violence. I mentioned it earlier. It happens too. So it's not just a one-sided thing. Now, let me address the guys. You know, whenever maybe I'm invited, to a wedding and, asked to give advice to the bride and groom, I always underline one thing: patience. After talking about all the things that they need to, bring into the marriage. Patience. And I tell the man in particular, my man, my friend, you, or God, in the future, patience. Because there are some women that can be even so aggressive that before you know it, they will be the first people that will hit. They will hit first. There are such women. So please, if possible, go lock yourself in the toilet, in the bathroom, in the room there, or dress up, go outside, take a walk. Don't let yourself be, to be aggrieved to that point where you'll be forced to, reply. So always have it in your mind that God has created both, the man and the woman differently. The men here were more of the physical type. Your strength are not equal. The woman, you must not use your physical advantage over the woman to show your, advantage over her, or that you are better or you are stronger, or to prove a point. That's not what you should do. You should not use your physical advantage. That is very, very wrong. And the ladies, please, don't raise your hand. No matter what he has done, don't force yourself. Don't aggravate him. You must not get physical yourself, trying to prove a point or trying to prove that, oh, you've hurt me so much. So that's why I'm talking to both sexes now. And if the lady comes hitting you or anything, please run. Please move out. Just run away from her at that particular point. It should be better. Okay, who else is here? Gidigel Vicky, you're welcome. Pastor Chris is saying that the physical trauma is bad enough. Talk less the emotional and psychological trauma. That is very right. That's very right. On points, you know who you want to marry before you say I do. Yes, it's too formal. Yeah, that's very right. That's very right. It is serious. It's not as it's not, people take it like I'm saying that, oh, it will work out. Oh, don't worry, he will change and stuff. No. He will not just change all of a sudden. Both of you need to work. So, like I mentioned earlier, most of these cases are not reported. Just like rape, they're not reported because of this, the teachings, the culture, the society believing that, oh, wow, it's nothing. Is your wife? Okay, no problem. Oh, is your husband beating you? That one is your case. Come on. We neglect it until the point when one of them gets killed. So I believe that time has to come when, our attitude towards this has to change. These are the kind of times where I believe that the society has to change. Times must change. I mean, some time ago it was normal. Everybody smoking on the streets, at work, at home, and it was normal. But now, in majority of the countries, you should not smoke. You don't smoke in public places. Some time ago, it was okay to maybe you drive around, open your car window and throw dirt out, or you dump, refuse anywhere you want by the street corner. Now we are understanding that no, let us go into recycling. Let's go into putting the things in the bin. So as our consciousness has to kind of start improving, and the way we relate to such cases, to domestic violence, it has to change. When a lady goes to the police station to say like, oh, I was beaten by my husband, they will not go, so what do you want? What do you want? Is your husband matter? It should not be like that. It has to be investigated. And the proper action has to be taken. We're talking about saving a life. Or I say saving lives in general. We should not be quiet. Brother Favor Mana is saying that being physically abused shows that your partner has no regard for your person and places no value on you. Such person is not worth staying with. Perfect. Can't say it any better. Perfect. That's right. Pastor Chris is saying that the man should go and listen to Dr. Sunday Adelaja's teachings on relationship. That's right. He will receive instant deliverance quick. I agree. Wow, look who's here. Sister Ola Martins, how are you doing? Blessings, blessings. So, okay, Brother Paul, you're welcome. Paul Oriade is here. Right. Sister Chinwe is saying that, yes, people should value life. Yes. Value the life of your partner. Value your partner's life. And please, value your own life as well. Value the lives of your children if you have them in such a relationship, because you're already killing them, the kids, before they grow. You're already like threatening a future generation if you let your kids witness domestic violence. By doing that, you are already threatening a future generation. It has to stop. Our attitude has to stop. So that's why I believe that NGOs, the government, law enforcement agencies should pay close attention to this. We should not keep quiet over this. Okay? All right. Lamartins, bless you too. We are doing good. Well, any other comment? Who else is here? Please share this video, please. Please share this video. It might help save somebody's life. Right, Queen TY is saying violent and aggressive women. Many, yeah? Some women beat the men. Oh, yeah, that's right. And those men that have been taught never to hit a woman. That's right. If your man doesn't hit you, or he's smaller than you are, he's quiet, he's a gentleman, it does not give you any right to think that, I can go physical myself and get what I want. That is very, very wrong. That is very wrong. Believe me, it's either he decides to use a knife or a gun on you later to prove his point, and before you know it, it will be late. Okay? Right. What do we have here? What do we hear? Yeah, Christine, you're welcome. Okay. So, Michael Babs, good to see you. Who else do we have here? I hope I didn't miss anybody. Okay, please share this video, please, and let's save somebody's life. Talking about domestic stroke, dating violence. It happens. Not just in a marriage. It also happens when people say they're dating or cutting or seeing themselves, whatever they call it. Okay? All right. Hello, Christine. Thank you very much for joining. Ola Martin is saying that people should stop being silent. Violence is violence, spoken or physical. That's right. It is violence. Deborah Cole, you're welcome. All right. I think I'll be rounding up. Just have about 7 minutes more to go. And I hope that this message will kind of make somebody, do a kind of rethink. If you are in such a relationship, you need to have a rethink. If you are on the receiving end, think again. Should you be there? What should you do? If you are the person being abusive, please, I think it's time for you to do a rethink. Hello, good to see you. So this should be, let this be a kind of, let it be a warning. Let it be a warning. If you are in such a relationship, please, you need to reevaluate that relationship. Must you be there? And if you're going to be there, please, you need to work something out. Okay? And whatever it is, some people believe it's a kind of spirit or whatever it is, but I know that people do this purposely. People have lived their lives before they got there. Maybe these are things that they saw. I pray and I hope that if it's a spirit, and I will call upon God, call upon the Holy Spirit to intervene. And that is why, when we started this broadcast, we always say that you have to build your relationship on the rock. And that rock is Jesus Christ. When you build that on the rock, that is when you have to think, okay, this is what we have in common. We share common values. We are Christians. Then it will help you out. Hello, Sister Bahati. Karibu. Good to see you. Right. So I advise all the men one more time. Like we always say, I always underline that you are the foundation of the home. You are the pastor of your house. You everything is on you. You have to set the tone of what is going on there. please try and be patient. If your lady becomes kind of physical, or she kind of gets so aggressive, of course, women can be naughty, they can be I don't know what word to use, but please, just take it easy, find a way out of it. And the ladies, please say it out. That's why we're always talking about communication, the need for communication. You listen while the other person is talking, and not listening to answer. No, because that's when problems start. Situation might get charged. You always wait. Okay, you finish talking. Okay, you reply. You're not even listening. Like I said, you listen just to reply, and before you know it, the tension goes up, and before you know it, somebody picks up maybe the plates. Some women love doing that, or the guy has already picked up his belt or whatever, and before you know it, somebody might die. It is wrong. Violence is violence, like we've heard earlier today. Okay? All right. Bahati is saying, oh, I'm with you. Wonderful topic. Yes, it is. Share the video. Let it save somebody's lives. Okay, so I pray for each and every one of you. And I hope none of you is any kind of in such a relationship. And I pray that even if there's somebody out there who's in such a relationship, I pray that the Holy Spirit intervenes. I pray that spirit, or whatever it is, that attitude, that character in that partner should live. Okay, when you walk down the aisle and say, yes, I do, for better, for worse, that means you are ready to live with the person's shortcomings, not to fight it, not to reply or revenge or avenge, whatever you call it. For better, for worse means understanding that person, trying to understand and find a way out of the situation by communicating. That's why we always say communicating. That is underlining. It's also part of the foundation of building a very happy relationship. Okay, right. Okay, thank you very much. God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful week up ahead there that we're coming up. And I want to use this opportunity to say a very big send my support to Queen Darlene Madu. I'm not going to say much, but I want you to know that we're all with you. God bless you. Sometimes when things happen to you, it rather brings out the best in you. All of us might not, really feel what you are feeling, but just know that we are there with you. And most importantly, know that God is with you. And I'm sure of that, because with what you've done over the years, where you've been going to, what you have achieved, Sister Darlene Madu, you are blessed. It's a sign that God is really with you. Okay? Our God is the God for everybody. He's the God for the married, for the sick, for the widows, for the orphans. And most importantly, God mentions many times in the Bible, he said, always very protective when he mentions the orphans and the widows. Okay? So, all is good. All right. So, we bless you, Sister Darlene Madu. I bless each and every one of you who have tuned in today. Deborah Cole, Vera Mark, you're just coming in. God bless you. God bless you too. Omonike is saying thank you. Great teachings. Thank you. God bless you. Really good too. All right. I'll go. My economy. Have a wonderful evening. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much. Join us next week, Saturday. And let's do this one more time. It's going to be the anniversary of the God Embassy Church in Ukraine. And we'll really try to make our time during all the anniversary to come live and to have a word with you. Okay? Welcome Nkechi Temple, Amadi. Please watch the video. We're already rounding up. Okay? Share this video, please, like I said earlier, and let us save somebody's life. Let's save somebody's life. Chisandra, God bless you too. Omonike, have a great weekend. Okay, everybody, God bless you. And have a wonderful weekend and a working week ahead. God bless you. Bye-bye.